What's up everybody, it's Sean here, back today to give you guys a review of the Air Jordan 13 Retro in this white and red colorway. So this is an original colorway of the Air Jordan 13, but the last time these retroed was almost a decade ago, back in 2017. So this is commonly nicknamed as the Chicago Jordan 13s or the Cherry 13s, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna call these the white and reds. So these dropped last week for a price of $215 US or $270 here in Canada. And to basically no one's surprise, these are sitting on most websites and in stores. So I grabbed these over at The Closet Inc., which is an independently owned and operated boutique. They're based right here in Southern Ontario in Canada, and they're pretty much my go-to shop when it comes to Jordan retros and Nike releases. So for anyone watching this from Canada, I've linked The Closet Inc.'s socials, their website down below. So check out their website, especially their TCI Advantage tab. That's where you're gonna find the biggest discounts once you add the item to cart. So back to the shoes, the official colorway for this shoe is white, true red, and black. And personally, I've always had a soft spot for the Jordan 13s. It's usually not on people's top lists when it comes to older Jordan retros, but models like the 12s and the 13s and even the 14s, I've actually really loved them since I watched MJ rock these back in the late 90s. And when it comes to Chicago Bulls colors, it's pretty hard to top this white and red colorway. Before I go in any further though, this video is sponsored by Quality. So the shirt that I'm rocking right here, this is from Quality and it's part of their new Spring and Summer 2026 line. They're a Montreal-based independent streetwear brand that focuses on stylish, good quality, but at the heart of it all, not overpriced apparel. So this is called their zigzag shirt and it comes with a matching pair of shorts. And this is quintessential when it comes to my summer wardrobe, being that it's very lightweight, very breathable, and stylish. So I'll link Quality's socials and their website down below. If you're looking to refresh your summer wardrobe in the coming months, definitely check out Quality's website. I'm sure you're gonna find a lot of really dope pieces from their spring and summer collection. So taking a deep dive of the shoe itself, the majority of the upper of the sneaker is crafted out of a tumbled white colored genuine leather. Right above this, we have this tag with Jordan branding in white. And then as usual, overlaid on both sides of the shoe, we have these large overlays of leather and has that signature dimpled look to it on both sides. So the overlay on the lateral side is a little bit shorter in width, but it stands a little bit taller, whereas when you look at the medial side, this piece is a lot skinnier, but it extends all the way to the tip of the toe box. Underneath this, we have a synthetic red colored suede or nubuck, and this is a very bright, very vibrant shade of red. I don't have a pair of the originals to compare, but it seems like this shade of red is brighter and more vibrant than what it was supposed to be. But I'm not complaining, I think it visually looks really, really nice. I like the pop that it provides. On the ankle collar area on the lateral side, we have a cutout revealing this holographic Jumpman branding, which changes colors depending on the angle that you're looking at it from. And this is inspired by a panther's eye, with Black Cat or Panther being one of the nicknames of Michael Jordan. In terms of laces, this pair only comes with one lace option, and they're a rope style thin white colored lace. Underneath this, one thing that they improved on compared to past Jordan 13 retros is that for the tongue, they actually utilize genuine leather, the same leather used on the upper of the shoe. So the majority of the tongue is perforated, however on the top of the tongue, it's left unperforated and we have an embroidered black colored Jumpman. The back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is covered in a white colored liner which feels very soft and very silky smooth to the touch. And then for the insoles, these come with polyurethane lined foam insoles. It's covered in a white finish on top, and again, we have a black Jumpman stamped onto the heel. So the midsole of the shoe is crafted out of Phylon, and it's covered on the exterior in that same synthetic red colored suede. Encased within this midsole, not visible to the eye, we have a Zoom Air pod underneath the forefoot, as well as one underneath the heel. And then for the bottom of the shoe, this is one of the most iconic Jordan outsoles. This is inspired by a panther's paw. So we have these white colored rubber pods with a herringbone style traction pattern. And this is found on both the forefoot and the heel. And of course, we have this large circular Jumpman logo here on the lateral side. Underneath this, we have a carbon fiber shank plate, which is there in place to help with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. And that's pretty much all she wrote as far as the design of this Jordan 13. In terms of sizing, for those wondering how these fit, so I find that Jordan 13s can run either roomy or true to size. So in my case, for this pair, I went a half size down. I'm normally a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, but I got these in a size 9.5. The length of the shoe is fine. There's still about an index finger's width space between the top of the shoe and the top of my toe. That to me is perfect. The width of the shoe, while it was a little bit narrow, it wasn't painful and I didn't feel any pressure points whatsoever. So, long story short, if you have a narrow or a normal width foot and you like more of a snug one-to-one fit, I'd recommend going a half size down. But if you have a wider foot or you just always like to stick true to size in your Jordans, I think it would be okay. Worst case scenario, they're gonna run a little bit long, but just tighten up the shoe a little bit more and it should be okay. Moving on to the comfort, so the Jordan 13s, I've always said, is one of those models that looks pretty uncomfortable. It looks very bulky, clunky, but in real life, especially when you rock them, they feel a lot lighter on foot than they look. In addition to the midsole with the Phylon and Zoom Air combination, it gives you a decent amount of step-in comfort and responsiveness. So they're not gonna feel like a brick whatsoever. They actually have a decent plushness to them. The only thing you have to keep in mind is that this is a little bit of a higher cut shoe, especially on the medial side. So if you like more ankle freedom, more mobility, this might not be the best shoe for you to rock casually. But for me, I never have problems rocking the 13s, but let's just say it might be a little bit more of an acquired taste. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so this shoe I thought was done pretty well. The materials, in terms of the leather that they used, it's nothing amazing, but the fact that they gave us a genuine leather tongue, that was great. And I thought the overall build of the shoe was fine. My pair was free of any stitch issues, no glue stains. So for a mass-produced Jordan shoe like this, I thought they did a pretty solid job with this year's retro. So with all of that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, I'll lace them up, and I'll show you guys how these look. All in all, this is a beautiful colorway of the Jordan 13s, and I think it doesn't get much more Chicago Bulls-esque than this. I know Jordan 13s aren't the most beloved Jordan silhouette out there. Some people really don't like them, some people love them, and for me, I'm definitely more in the camp of the latter. For this specific colorway though, even though this isn't really necessarily a silhouette I can see myself rocking too much these days, 9 years I think is a good enough wait for these to come back. So I'm really happy that Jordan Brand finally decided to bring these back almost a decade later. So leave your thoughts down below, let me know what do you guys think about this white and red Air Jordan 13. For everyone watching, did you pick these up as well? Are you waiting for these to potentially go on sale down the road? Because let's be honest, I'd be very surprised if these weren't heavily discounted down the road. So if price is the issue, I'd recommend just waiting it out because I'm sure you'll be able to get these for under retail. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I'll link my socials down below for you guys to check out and follow. And before I end this video, another shout out goes out to The Closet Inc. and Quality. Without both of you, this video would not have been possible. So thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I'll catch you all in my next review.